My name's Kayla Fassio. I'm originally from Oklahoma. That is the Midwest of the United States. My fitness expertise is, oh, I'm sorry. And then I lived in California and now I live in Florida. So I'm currently residing in Florida. My fitness expertise is honestly just playing sports growing up my entire life. I played almost every single sport and then all the way up until through high school. And And then around 21, I really started getting more into working out in the gym and meeting friends there. And then my friends would all go there to the gym after work as well. So I just started really getting into the lifestyle of working out and eating good. Um, and yeah, that's my fitness expertise. And then I guess we'll get more into like how I turned it into a career. But I've always just been super athletic and active and love to work out. And yeah, so that's that. So like around 21, 22, 23, when I was really just into going to the gym and really eating good. And I around that time, a lot of my friends or people that I was surrounding myself with were doing fitness competitions.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, I was like, well, I already pretty much look like they look, I was pretty lean, I was had a lot of muscle. And so I was like, I'll just jump into one. So I trained for a fitness competition for 6 weeks, which is really short. Usually people do like 15 or 16-week preps. And I had a really good trainer. So I did a show in November 2014. And I just really loved the process. I loved the way my body looked. I loved the my structure and my dedication to myself and my body. So I did the competition and then I did pretty well. I got second for, not training very long.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just had so many people asking me for my help. They were like, wow, you looked amazing. Can you help me with nutrition? I need workouts. Do you train? So my trainer was like, stop giving away free advice. So I just created, like, just on a whim, just started like creating things, just on a whim and like no really anything planned or planned. And my sister was I kind of did like she was my guinea pig. My little sister, she lost 25 pounds in 2 months. And I posted her transformation, and then I just got like a flood of things. So that was 2015, the beginning of 2015, and I've been doing it ever since. So that's when I started my fitness career. I like that people are just always be better at all times. Like there's really no end. Oh, I think we got a little bit. Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. There's really just no end goal. There's no like, okay, I reached the point of health and now I'm done. It's it's something that you will do the rest of your life. And I think just people always striving to be their best selves. And then also I really like the community surrounding it. Like if you can find, a good community around that and the constant encouragement. And yeah, so I think community, just how, it never ends. You're always going to be doing it and always striving to be your best self. I think the biggest struggle that when they're helping people is trying to get the people to not to think that fitness isn't complex. I think a lot of people overwhelm themselves and there's so much information out there, and every trainer is going to have the different way that they train people, a different diet, a different way of working out, stuff like that. But I think where fitness trainers struggle the most is like kind of getting their clients to understand exactly what it is they're doing. And I just think people think too much into it. I mean, they think it's this huge like scheme of things that they have to figure out when really it's not complex at all. It's really just like simple equation.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that's the biggest things fitness trainers struggle with is to like get their clients to that point of like, oh, okay, this isn't as hard as I thought, and then being able for them to keep going. I think a lot of people and clients that trainers have will just fall off because they're trying to do too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very important that people will understand that it's not that complicated, and it's very actually simple when you just have the right
Yeah.
information. Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, I've been doing online training this whole time for almost 6 years, and I
Great.
haven't done any personal training in the last 2 years. So I have been strictly online anyway. I would say just the difference that I've had to do in Pivot is providing people with workouts that they can do at home or anywhere. I used to have, or I have a muscle building program, and that's all for the gym.
Mhm.
So I kind of had to pivot and start doing like at home
Yeah.
workouts, more things you can do at home or wherever, because most gyms are shut down or most people don't want to go to a gym. And so honestly, nothing has really changed for me other than the way I'm giving my clients workouts. Oh gosh. Well, I mean, technology has already taken over so much, but I definitely think there'll be just more ways to work out at home. Like, I don't know if you've heard of the mirror,
Hmm.
and there's multiple different versions of it. Like, I think people love that. I think those will blow up. I think apps, at home workouts or just technology and things will come up that people don't have to go to the gym. So, um, but yeah, and I think that will help. But hopefully, what I hope will happen though is like, I think a lot of people use the gym as or something outside of their house as like their motivation because they're like, I think people staying at home, they lose their motivation because I know for me, I'm not a person that likes to work out at home. I like to physically go somewhere and work out. And when you are restricted of that access, I think a lot of people's motivation and determination and their mental kind of lacks a little bit. And so I think they kind of slack off. So hopefully people will really stay on top of, you know, staying on, like having the motivation to get up and work out, getting up that extra 30 minutes before you have to get up and get a workout in or something like that. So, yeah. So, I mean, personally for me, since I do coach clients all over the nation and they're all over the world, the geographical location, I think, it definitely plays a difference because I can have someone like in Michigan and I can have someone in California. And when it's Michigan and it's cold outside, it's cold for one. Don't like you just want to lay in bed and you kind of lose motivation. You want to stay in the warm, and there's not as much access to outdoor things. And then with someone in California, you can go outside any day of the year. There's a beach. There's this, run by the beach and anything like that. So I think the geographical location definitely plays a difference in people's mentalities and motivation to get outside, be active, exercise, get to the gym, all that. And then I think another trend of what I've personally seen is a lot more group workouts and fitness. Like there's so many group fitness studios. I mean, they're popping up everywhere. Like within like a 10-mile radius, there's probably 20 group fitness. I think people like that. They like the accountability. They like to just show up and not have to think for themselves. They just want to get a workout in, and they know if they show up, they'll get a good workout. And I think the community and the accountability, it's a big trend right now going on especially where I live, because I've lived in, California, especially it was like that in Los Angeles and now in Florida, people are always outside and active, but they need that accountability. My advice would be always have that one goal in your mind that helping people is the main goal, and that will bring wealth and abundance. I think if you are always just like, no matter what, like don't take things personally. Don't take it personal if someone doesn't want your help and they've reached out and they say no. Just always make sure that helping people is your number one priority, and also be flexible with your approach. Like always have the same, structure in mind, but you have to be willing to pivot as we've seen in the last year. You have to don't get so hell-bent on one approach. You have to be able to be flexible and pivot to your clients or what's going on in the world or your situation or location or anything like that. So I'm constantly changing up my programs like all the time. As soon as I kind of notice like what people are asking for or wanting or needing, I start to go that way, you know? So just like be able to pivot and just have the common goal that you're helping people, and people will be different and they each need individual ways of being taught. So what motivates me is actually coaching and teaching my clients. I want to always practice what I preach. I don't want to tell someone the correct way to do something and then me not personally be doing it. So coaching people honestly keeps me like, okay, like I can't slack off because I'm trying to help people not slack off as well. So my clients motivate me, and when they're doing good, it kind of just gives me a little pep in my step, like, yeah, like you're doing good, I'm doing good. So we kind of all just motivate each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, just always, I mean, I want to be the best possible example for them. So I'm not going to slack off and then tell them that they can't slack off. Yeah, so one of my inspirations, she's actually a friend. She's older, but her name is Kim Lyons, and she's always been a trainer. She was a coach on The Biggest Loser. It's like a really popular physical transformation show here in the United States. I think they have like 40 seasons. But anyway, she was a trainer on that show. But I think she's in her 40s or 50s now. She is a mom, but she's just like still continues to like really do her own education and find the best possible things to eat. She's super active. She's always taking her kid like out to do adventurous things. She's super fun and outgoing. She's beautiful. So just like an overall epitome of health, I think. So she's definitely my inspiration for what I want to continue to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. My motto as a trainer, and honestly just really in life, is the quote. It's by Dr. Seuss, but it says, "A little by little, a little becomes a lot." And so that's what I strive to teach my clients. Just like little bit every single day will add up to a big difference. Like I just think people think they have to know everything before they start something.
Yeah.
Or if you just start to learn along the way, you'll look back and be like, okay, wow, that wasn't actually as intimidating or hard as I thought, because I was just doing a little bit every day and like building those healthy habits and building that mental muscle. Yeah, and eventually you'll just be living like your healthy lifestyle, as opposed to like always thinking it's like a thing that you have to know A to Z every bit of information. Just start and then a little bit every day, learn along the way.